Shadows of the battlefield, the Union man stands tall. Silent assassin in the night, heed the reaper's call. Siding strides, tiefling, holy fire in his eyes. Paladin of dark and light, beneath the blood-red skies. Bound by fate, three souls unite in the depths of hell to make you right. Save hell, save the multiverse, break the chains, reverse the curse, and the fire in the flame. Three heroes rise to win the game. An Aasimar of ancient lore, wizard of the plains, with spells that rend reality and magic that's insane. They march into the abyss where angels fear to tread. To save the realms of all we know, we walk among the dead. Bound by fate, three souls unite in the depths of hell to make you right. Save hell, save the multiverse, break the chains, reverse the curse, and the fire in the flame. Three heroes rise to win the game.
Episode 4 Revelation. When last we left our three heroes, they had just completed a combat with a serpentine creature. They had destroyed the creature, and then some smoke began to rise out of the vase. Acting quickly, Reg smashed the vase, ending the combat. Now, the three of your characters stand before the smashed vase. What do you do?
So, because Reg is right there, I guess. So Reg is
Mhm.
going to lean down or get down and start going through the debris of the smashed vase to see if there's anything in there.
Reg leans down and he starts to clear away the broken pieces of the vase. He does see it looks like the vase contains something. There are what look like discs, almost reddish copper colored discs, about 3 inches across each. There are several in the wreckage of this vase.
Hey guys, look at this. So I'm gonna start grabbing them and handing them up, like behind me. So I'm not handing them to anybody specific. Like I'm gonna take one and just hand it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll come behind and start
Does that make
stacking them.
sense? Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I'm just gonna. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not really gonna look at them. I'm just gonna pick
Okay.
them all out, and then once that's done, then I'm going to look and see if there's anything else in there that I might have missed. How many discs do I get?
You get 9 discs, so you hand all 9 up, and you look around in the rest of the broken pieces of the vase. It doesn't seem like the vase contained anything else. However, as you're kind of clearing things away, you notice that underneath the vase, there's something scrawled. Now, of course, you can't read it, but you know that one of your companions might be able to.
So what's this? Now, does it look to me? Does it look like words? Does it look like the other words that I've seen, or does it look like a symbol or something like
It
that?
does. It looks like the other words that you've seen, yeah.
Ah, damn it! Don't know anything about this Chinese. What's that? What is this? Either one of you know what this means?
Here, let me take a look. I believe this is demonic, right?
Yeah, once again, it's the same language that Aepheus has been able to read before, and it is actually the language of Betor. So it's like a devilish language. And it says it's coldest after civilization falls. That's scrawled on the stone floor right underneath.
Oh, it says scrawled on the stone floor. It's coldest after civilization falls, scrawled on a stone floor.
That's just a description that I added. So that you know where it came from.
Excuse me.
Okay.
It looks like another piece of our riddle that we've been getting. And what are these discs? Let me see some of them.
Okay. So you start to look through the discs, and you can
Aha.
see here that you have a decent pile of discs now.
And
I'm sorry. The one at the bottom just doesn't. It looks like a dick.
You think? It looks like a mountain wearing a chef's hat to me.
yeah,
A Chef's Hat Mountain, yes. You
Now,
interpret it very well.
okay.
The one looks like a skull that's embedded in half of a Ritz cracker.
yeah.
So,
So,
Is the one actually an anchor? The one next to Reg's head. Is that
this
an
one,
anchor?
Looks like it's a fire dagger
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
or a broken flaming
Yeah.
dagger.
hey Dan, you think it looks like this?
a
Yeah, a
Ritz
little bit.
cracker.
A little bit of a Ritz cracker, man. Yeah.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, it looks like some sort of a dagger or a sword, possibly with a crack in it. If you look closely.
These discs, I call them tokens. They look like I should be able to move them on the character map. But alas, I
Okay.
cannot.
Do they not move?
Nope.
No, I can't select them.
So as you can see, you have the discs, and you
So you
should
said
be able to.
They're about 3 inches, so they're about.
They're about 3 inches across. Yeah,
Okay.
and
they're big.
they're relatively thin, maybe about an eighth of an inch. So they're kind of like a big coin.
Is there anything on the back of them? Or what does the back of these things look like? Are they double-sided?
No, they're not double-sided. The backs kind of have shapes. They almost kind of they kind of look like they have like a triangle shape that looks like it maybe sticks out just a tiny bit.
And all of them are the same.
Yes.
And they're also numbered 1 through 9 on the back.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
No, nothing else besides that. Just the kind of a little bit of.
And I assume the triangle, the triangles all make sure that they're oriented so that they point them in the direction that they need up,
Well, if you're looking at them, yeah, so they're
can
on
orient them.
screen right now as up, and if you flip it over, yes, the triangle kind of points
right.
up if you flip it over in the exact way. So like for example, if you flipped this one over, you would see that the triangle points like that with the
Well, Steve, why didn't you make the back of these so that we could flip them over and see for ourselves?
because Roll20 doesn't do that. Maybe if we were playing in Tabletop Simulator, we could do that. So anyway, you have these discs, and then also, of course, in front of you is the door that you have yet to go through.
And then, did someone already like thoroughly search this chamber?
I don't think we did.
Not really, no.
Then
No,
let's-
you didn't search the chamber or the door because the combat pretty much started like I think
Immediately.
immediately.
Immediately, yeah. I'm not
Mhm.
a good door person, but I will search this room.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all intelligence, right?
Yes, for searching, correct.
Yeah, I'll toss one out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to relearn this character sheet
Mm-hmm.
every time. Where is it?
Excuse
Wait.
me.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Mm,
We
So-
found shit.
We
Yeah,
ain't found shit.
you're looking around. You think you may have scoured this room for as much as there was. You found the discs in the vase, you found the message scrawled on the floor underneath. At this point, there's just the door beyond.
Searching the door.
Okay. You search the door. It seems to be just a regular door. You don't find anything unusual about it.
Oh, real quick,
Yes.
because I don't remember.
Yes.
Didn't we leave the table 1 or 2 rooms back?
Table got
Oh,
broken up.
Yeah,
the
it got
table
destroyed.
was in a bunch of different pieces, and I
Okay.
don't think the table is really in play anymore. Yeah, I
Okay.
believe, I believe the table is pretty much
Okay.
busted up.
Okay.
Though I do think, did Reg carve himself a spear
No, I've got stakes.
or stakes out of the table legs?
Mhm.
I think that's what's left of the table
Mm.
is the stakes.
Yeah,
Like-
I've got 2 stakes.
Like we talking like T-bone or tenderloin or
Right.
um
The vampire killing time
Yeah.
kind. Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything unusual about this door that Aepheus can notice. I don't know. I can't remember if Reg has anything to look for traps or anything like that, or
Yeah, actually I do. I do have traps.
was he gonna check for
Yeah, I'll check the
any
door for
sort of
traps.
traps?
Traps.
Well, you don't find anything.
Door looks fine to me, boys.
All
I will
right,
try to open it.
let's proceed.
All right. So Aepheus pulls the door open, and then once again, you find yourself looking into a long, kind of roughly hewn hallway, similar to the hallways that you have seen before in this dungeon here. And of course, all the way at the end of the hallway is another door.
Woo!
Well, in the spirit of searching things,
Yep, searching the hallway.
Yep.
searching the hell out of this hallway.
Okay. You start to search the hallway. You make your way slowly down to the door.
Reginald
found
Sinclair is not searching this hallway.
Nope.
This
Yeah,
hallway is
that was
dangerous.
Brunyr.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was
So-
Brunyr.
Yeah. Brunyr definitely. He's like, he's whistling, gonna look at. So you're looking around, and
He's thinking about Brother Michael's soup, man. That's what he's thinking about.
right, definitely. So he's whistling, going along. You're searching, and about halfway along, Aepheus, once again, kind of low on the wall, near the floor, finds another scrawled message.
Oh. And what does this one read?
This one reads,
What the hell is happening to Roll20?
"Oh no, are we having some problems? The sword always precedes the tower."
Hi, My name is Cameron, and I play Aepheus Belamonti in our Planescape campaign, Save Hell. You're watching Dicks in the Dark.
All right. So you guys are you found that message. The sword always precedes the tower. You've
Wait.
searched pretty thoroughly, and you don't think that that there's anything else in this hallway other than the door at the end. And again, Niflin's map seems to be pretty accurate. It's just kind of one long string of room, hallway, room, hallway. So far, it seems like it's been all right.
That was a check. That was the check for traps on the door.
Okay.
And making sure I got it right, the sword always precedes the tower.
Yes, correct. And okay, Reg approaches the door. He checks it for traps. He doesn't find any.
Looks okay, boys.
All right. I can go first. I'll open this door,
Excuse me.
step into the room.
Okay. You open the door and you step into the room, and when you do so, you see that it's another smallish room, maybe about 10 by 10, and the only notable feature in this room is that there is a door across from you, and that door appears to have something on it. It looks like it might have circles running down the center of the door.
With little triangles indented into them.
Or
Or is it not?
shine your light in, and yes, it does. It does appear that way.
And is there what else is in this room? Is it just another circular room?
Nothing. No, it's a square 10 by 10 room that is a stone room that is completely empty, other than the door facing this door. So you're kind of looking in the room empty, door on the other side. The door looks almost the same as the other doors in this dungeon, except for that it has these holes in it.
Hold on, boys. I don't know if I trust this room. So the first thing I'm
Agree.
gonna do is I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees,
Mm-hmm.
right at the edge of the door, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
start to search for traps in this room.
Okay.
Cameron. Oh my god.
What? Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a good trap roll.
All right. Reg gets down on his hands and knees. He's getting all grimy on the floor, and he's crawling around. He's searching meticulously, trying to see exactly what he can find out, if there's any traps or any unusual things in this room leading up to this kind of weird looking door. So he scours the entire room, and it seems like he does a fairly thorough job. Obviously, he doesn't set off any traps, and you make it over to the door completely unharmed. As far as you could tell, the floor, the walls, no traps. You even kind of checked the ceiling, and you didn't see anything.
Now, in my searching for traps, did I find anything?
Again, you did a pretty thorough search, and you didn't find any more writing or anything like that. No.
Okay. Well, boys, it seems to be safe so far. Come on in.
All right. I mean, I'll walk straight through the room right to the door.
Okay.
And yeah, investigate the door and see if there's anything odd other than the circles.
Whoever's putting that on there, you misspelled bowels. Steve spelled it bowls before.
Oh, I just copied and
So
pasted.
remember the serpent rules from its bowls.
It
You're
does.
How do you spell bowels again?
That is how you spell bowels.
He's
I,
just trying to give me crap.
I was giving
Yeah.
I was giving Steve some shit because that comes
Yes.
from your bowels.
From his bowels.
Exactly, exactly. It all comes back together.
Hmm.
All right. So Brunyr walks over to the door and he can see that yeah, the holes they seem to be about the size, shape of these little discs that you have. What about Aepheus?
Aepheus is also going to walk up to the door and seeing the door and seeing the discs, it's pretty easy to put two and two together. Um, well, gentlemen, it looks like, at least if our devil's map is to be believed, this is the end of the road, and it looks like we have a bit of a puzzle to solve.
If I'm interpreting this right, all these words are supposed to line up with these discs.
I would suggest that we don't put them in the door right away. Why don't we make sure that we have them in order? Now, let me ask you this. Is it a straight line down the door? How is it?
Yeah, is it up, down, or left, right?
It's straight down the door.
Okay.
So they're not it's not perfect, like it's not 100% perfect. It's like some of them are a little bit off, but it's clearly straight down.
Okay. So Reg suggests, I think what we ought to do instead of putting them in the door and maybe making a mistake, let's line them up on the floor, and so that we're sure we have the right order, and then start putting them in the door in the order we need to put them into.
I agree that it's probably a wise decision. Being in a devil's dungeon, you don't know the consequences for failure. Um, Steve, is it possible for you to scale these a little
A
bit
little bit
smaller?
smaller?
Yeah, they're
It'll give
pretty,
us
Sure.
more
pretty
room
big.
either way. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
And these are all the riddles that we found, right?
Uh, I'm going back through sword.
I was gonna say, if we missed a riddle somewhere, we might have problems.
Let me check my notes.
Yeah, I'm going back through right now.
Yeah, it looks like the blizzard, the swamp, lava river, hell, sword, serpent, and coldest civilization thing. And
Blizzard.
then we got this new one from the hallway.
Yeah, that looks right to me. Yeah, that's all I have is 5.
So we missed some things.
Well, we might be able to do it from this.
Let's see if we
So,
can derive the answer for what we do have.
I guess we can start in order. Civilization falls. Which of these represents civilization falling?
So I would say that the one that represents civilization is going to be
City.
is
Shit.
going to be the one that just got put into the middle.
Middle. Yeah, that almost looks like a city scape.
So it's coldest after civilization falls,
So,
which means it would be this. Yeah.
snow. And then adjacent, swamp to lava to river. We don't know if it's before or after.
But it's wait a minute. No. Hold on. So I think it's this. But it's coldest after civilization falls. So I think it might be this because a blizzard precedes the ultimate fall, and this is the icy hand. So the icy hand might go here. Or wait a minute. A blizzard precedes the ultimate fall. It's coldest after civilization falls. So that's does that. Right?
Hmm.
Something like
Um,
that.
It's coldest after civilization falls from. Well, okay, let's see. Since let's try to rule out things that could be ambiguous, things that could be interpreted as multiple tokens. So the coldest, we seem to have an icy mountain, and we also seem to have a hand in an icy river, apparently. um, so that is rather ambiguous. From swamp to lava to river. Now, I think that's pretty conclusive, and maybe we should start there. So swamp to lava to river, and if
The
we're
only one that
saying
could be river is the hand. Yeah.
this one we believe to be a snake. Okay, the sword always precedes the tower. Now that's is easy. Hell is led by the sword, but the serpent rules from its bowels. So
This
I
almost
guess
looks like it's in order. Like if we just shift left, middle, right column, that almost fits, doesn't it?
let's see. Sword precedes the tower. Oh, what do you, as in like going left to right, like,
If you want to, there's probably room to kind of start up here. So you could probably do, yeah, I was going to say you could probably order them the
okay,
way
like
that you wanted to kind of order them.
it's almost room.
Is it not quite not quite
No,
enough
Like,
room?
no, we need like
Ah,
two more tiles.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty close.
Um,
From swamp to lava to river.
but wait, are these in order that are these in
There
the
you
order
go.
that we found them?
No.
no.
So
No,
we
you're ordering them based on clues at the
no 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 no
moment.
no 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 the
As
clues.
in the clues as
I'm
they're
asking
ordered
about
on
the
the
clues. Are the clues in the order that we are the clues in
No.
the order?
no.
So put the clues in the order that we found them.
First is blizzard, then was swamp, lava river.
That's what we need to do is put the clues in the order that we found them.
Okay.
Is Reg suggesting that?
I think so.
I think we found it like this.
No, hell is lead is the third.
Is it the third?
Yeah,
Okay,
then it's coldest, and then it's sword.
right. And then it
as
has
you're
weird kerning.
as you're doing this, Aepheus, as he's kind of looking at this stuff, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Not my finest moment.
Something about these 9 symbols seems familiar to you, but you can't place it. Like maybe the only thing that you can think of is that you'd seen them in your studies, or that you'd seen them
See,
in
in person, I know what they represent.
but yeah,
Atheist
you
does
just
not.
you're like you're trying to figure it out, but you
Mhm.
know you've seen them. Like you feel like maybe even in your master's chambers before all this happened, but everything was happening so quickly, or maybe in the
Mhm.
library. But yeah, your Aepheus is he
Maybe
knows he's seen
something
them.
about my study of the planes and where we happen to be right now.
Correct.
There's
Yeah.
another. There's another thing. Okay, with just looking at this, Reg kind of looks at this as a game. Can I? One of my class abilities is gambling. Can I roll a gambling? Can I? It's
I
under
thought this
intelligence.
was precisely what we were not doing.
But it's
I
like a
mean,
gambling, gaming, you know.
well, but this is, I mean, if if there was a gaming aspect to it as far as like a chance, or, but it's not
There is
really
a
gambling.
There's a chance of not
I mean-
getting in this door.
Well, of course, obviously that's a possibility, but no, I don't know that gaming is really going to help you.
Okay. 2, 3, 2. So we're missing 4 clues.
Well, not
Basically.
necessarily.
Necessarily.
That's assuming there is a clue for every token. And I don't know if we need 9 clues to figure this out. Hold on just a moment. Swamp to Lava's River, Blizzard precedes the ultimate fall. It's coldest after civilization falls. So it seems from our clues, we're close. We're close. It is coldest after civilization falls, and a blizzard precedes the ultimate fall. They seem to be in conflict. So it is coldest after civilization falls. Let's say the mountain with the snowflake is the coldest, so it satisfies that riddle. A blizzard precedes the ultimate fall. So
Could that snake be the ultimate fall?
mm, I don't.
Or
I don't.
could ultimate mean last? A blizzard precedes the last fall.
Well, I guess what do we consider the ultimate fall? The fall of civilization? The fall of man?
Satan
Let-
coming in and destroying the earth
Perhaps.
before Jesus comes back to save it?
You, th- you think that represents this mountain piece that seems to be somewhat unaccounted for?
Yes, that mountain is the only one that's not directly mentioned.
It looks like a retarded shark.
Why? Come on, roll 20. What? Come on. Can I not?
While
That's so
we're
dumb.
thinking about this, Reggie already checked this door for traps, right?
No, I did not.
No.
Nobody's
Nobody's actually touched the door really. I mean, you've examined the kind of indentations to make sure that they kind of align with these tokens, but no, nobody's checked the door for traps. Nobody's tried to open the door or anything like that.
Hey, Reggie, what do you think would happen if we put these in the wrong order? What do you think what might happen?
I don't have any idea. There's so much. Some of this might be normal to you, but demons and
Well, I mean,
fireflies that kill you and mist that tries to eat you and coming out of weird. I don't understand. I don't know what's beyond this door. I just want to go home.
I
Hell,
want to find my master.
if we put these in the wrong order, who knows? It might send us all the way back to the beginning. It might send us to somewhere worse. Or it may not do anything at all.
Something.
Gentlemen, I think I've come to something. Hold on a moment, DM. Narrator from Beyond the Cosmic Void.
all right,
Yes.
inner conscience,
Okay.
hold on.
In your conscience, halt. Me when I murder hobo. So instead of a blizzard precedes the ultimate fall, which I guess, or debating what the ultimate fall is. It is coldest after civilization falls. Now, our two tokens here that have to do with cold, we have the icy mountain and we have being trapped in an icy river. Now, if I were to say, I think it's pretty clear that being trapped in an icy river would be the coldest. And if we were to assume that the swamp lava and river are directly contiguous, then that means that civilization falling goes before the swamp. It's coldest after civilization falls. That is satisfied. Have that here, here. The sword always precedes the tower. Let's say that is here.
At this point, Reg is all flipping out because these words have appeared next to these coins, and they're all moving around.
A blizzard precedes the ultimate fall.
Now,
If
out
we
of
w-
curiosity, did you write any of these down? Or are you just kind of remembering them? Because obviously you found them, you've kind of notated them, but did anybody actually write them down?
No.
Reg wouldn't have done it.
Aepheus, perhaps in his arrogance, he is
Just keeping them in his head.
he's got a very good memory, so he's quite adamant that he remembers correctly.
Okay.
I have a
Gentlemen,
journal with me, but I would not. I don't think I would have written them.
Right.
And I don't think Reg has a pen.
gentlemen, I do believe this may very well be the correct orientation. Let me explain. If we consider ourselves, I'm not sure about Reginald here, but Brunyr, are you familiar with the concept of the nine hells?
Is that a concept I've heard of?
Vaguely, yeah. I mean, you kind of as a follower of Torm, the nine hells would be kind of opposed to everything that you believe. Obviously, you know hell, and you kind of have an idea that, yeah, there's a bunch of levels. You're not like a scholarly type, so
It was right there.
mm,
It was right
It,
there.
it was literally right there because it was like if he
Mhm.
got it, he was gonna be like, you mean like Dante?
Like Dante's Inferno.
Like because that is the that's where he would get
right.
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Nah, he's just like hellfire and brimstone.
Well,
The Bible never said anything about five hells.
Yeah.
perhaps you've heard of it, perhaps you have not. I and my master happen to study intensely for many years now, and such as myself, I have studied much about the various planes that our kind, or at least familiar with, are known about, or studied. The nine hells. We have nine tokens. We find ourselves in the dominion of devils, demons, hellfire. I would say that hell is led by the sword, but the serpent rules from its bowels, is an indicator that the sword token and the what we appear to think is the serpent token are the first and last. So that is satisfied. The sword always precedes the tower. Since we have no other information about the tower, I would say the tower follows second. It's coldest after civilization falls. We know that. Let's see, what was it?
I think
Coldest
Cameron
after.
has stumped himself.
Hold on. Oh, that's right. It is coldest after civilization falls, which means this city token here, and what I think to be the coldest, being trapped in a frozen river, uh, I think the city token comes before the triad of the swamp, lava, and river. And finally, we have a blizzard precedes the ultimate fall. And we know that, let's see, it is coldest after civilization falls. So I believe that either this is the correct orientation, or, if I'm not mistaken, let me check here. Either this or
Move everything up at the blizzard at the end.
yeah. Oh, it almost went.
Yeah.
Coldest after a blizzard precedes the ultimate fall, and it was an interesting thing, and I think it is very insightful what the Reginald here has said, that maybe the ultimate fall is the cracking of our very worlds, our very existence, like this mountain here. So perhaps we've narrowed it down to two.
Yeah. And then I'm not actually going to do it. Brunyr just says a bunch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
think you're pretty smart. I think that's absolutely. Let's do it. I believe. Actually, stay true to character. I might not necessarily pray on it, but think of it. Listen to Torm in my head and see what he thinks.
if you want to pray on it, go ahead and make a wisdom check. Mm,
Yeah, Torm's not really the puzzle guy, but I still believe you anyway.
Well,
yeah.
well. I feel quite confident that this is the two solutions, the possible solutions that I've come up with. We could either try one and risk seeing what the consequences are, or we could try going back and searching for perhaps parts of the riddles that we missed.
Getting back through some of that's going to be pretty darn difficult.
That's what I was thinking as well. Especially
But-
that room where we lost our good companion, the table.
Before we do anything though, let me look at this door. Let me just make sure.
Okay. Reg checks the door, and he doesn't find any traps or anything like that. No.
Let me see. I don't know if I've done that yet.
Are you just searching the door, or
Yeah.
you search around the door? You're trying to see if there's anything on here that could possibly help you in this riddle. No.
So let me do this. Let me pick up. I'm going to pick up this coin.
Okay.
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 I'm going to turn it over and look at the triangle on the back.
All right. It's got a triangle on the back.
Now I'm going to take it to the top hole,
Okay.
and I'm going to look at it and compare I'm going to compare it. Are there any like divots, indentations, anything? Like I'm really like you know what I mean? I'm really looking to see.
Right. No, I see what you're saying.
And then I'm going to move it to the second one, and I'm going to compare it to that. I want to see if there are differences. Are things completely smooth, or are there tiny, tiny little differences?
Roll on. Of course, it's not completely smooth.
Mhm.
They look like they look. So you clearly, if you kind
Right.
of zoom in, you can see that
Right.
they're coin like they are
But I
rough.
but
There's
I but I
Reg and
yeah. Yeah, but I can't zoom into like the back because we don't have a picture of the back.
right. But obviously the backs are they're not 100% perfect. Go ahead and make a make a find traps check because I feel like that's gonna be the same
Okay.
as really finely looking at, you know, and
Yeah.
I may even modify it, but go ahead and make that check. If there are minute differences in the light that you have available and
Hmm.
everything, it's and trying to compare, it's not an ideal situation, so it would definitely fit, or it appears like it would fit in the top spot.
If Are these exactly the same? If I stack them, are there differences?
Minute, but not not any different than like coins that you would find.
Okay.
So I mean maybe like a less than a millimeter of difference
Okay.
here or there. It You don't know that it's gonna make a huge difference though.
Okay. Excuse me. Well, well, gentlemen, what do you think?
I, I think we trust our smart friend here, or we go back and see if we miss something.
Well, since Reg has it in his hand, he's gonna go ahead and take the first one, and he's gonna put it at
Okay.
the top because he has it in his hand.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and place it in the top.
All right. So Reg goes ahead and he places that very first token with the cracked sword on the fire in the first slot, and it kind of slots in, and
Ding, 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 ding,
it
ding, ding, ding,
seems to
ding, ding,
lock
ding.
in,
Okay.
and so now
Now,
it's in there.
can I pull it out?
No, now that
Did it
you've locked it in, it seems like it's flush with the wall, and now it seems like it's almost like embedded, like it's supposed to be there.
like there's like if I
Yes.
look at it really closely that there's no seam now.
There's a tiny bit of a seam, but man, you'd probably have to take like a little tiny like tool and like
Okay.
you like with your dagger, you might be able to if you really wanted
Okay.
to pry it out. You
Mhm.
probably could, but it kind of clicked when you locked it, and it almost seems like it's locked in.
Yeah.
Nothing happened though. There wasn't any other sounds, and
Maybe I'll put the first 3 in. One of you gents put the next 3 in, and one of you gents put the last 3 in. So I'll do that. I'll go ahead and then take the tower and the city, and I'll add those two in that
okay.
order.
All right. So you take the tower and you stick the tower into the second spot, and the tower clicks into the second spot, just like the sword in the first spot.
And this door is wood, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So then you take the city
Mm-hmm.
and you put it up into the third spot. And when you touch the city into the third spot, there is a spark almost. And Reg flies back, and let's see, Reg. Um, go ahead and make a Constitution save, Or actually, no.
No, I
Hang
can't.
on, hang
I
on.
can't do that. I have to make a. I have to
Yeah,
make
make a
Like death attack, maybe, or breath, paralysis, constriction, traps, poison, illusion.
yeah, do death attack. That's actually good.
Okay.
Save versus death. Okay. Reg flies back and he receives. Oh my goodness, where are the dice? He receives 2 damage
Oh,
Ugh.
and he's a little bit stunned and he kind of like flies back and he's laying on the floor and he's kind of smoking.
So you look like Tim from Jurassic Park when he's on the fence.
Yeah, a little bit. He might have
You know,
had his hair might be a little bit up,
and
and he's like holding the disc, and there's a little crackle in the disc.
I'll run over and check him. Like, are you actually severely hurt?
I mean that took a third of my hit points away. This is level 1. A third of my hit points is like 2 hit points. So,
Right.
So he's pretty singed.
So he's a little shook.
My apologies for that, friend.
And
Let's hope.
oh, dude, like he's wearing a uniform with no brass doesn't do it, so that's okay. So he does,
Right.
yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, that would really suck. I don't think that was right.
Actually, there is something weird about after that shock with Reg.
Mm-hmm.
You notice something in your uniform, in your shirt pocket, starts to kind of burn a little bit. And it kind of burns, and there's like a shape of a cross and kind of burned into your pocket.
No.
And you didn't realize it before, but you think something's in your breast pocket.
So, but I told you before I was wearing one.
You think that there's something in your breast pocket.
Oh, so I reach into my breast pocket. So like I pull the jacket back and reach into the breast pocket and pull out whatever it is. And I've discarded the coin at this point. I actually like dropped the coin.
Okay. You like drop the coin, but you're like you're looking at this and it's kind of smoking, and you pull it out, and there's a broken silver chain with a silver cross on it. And the cross looks like it's all crumpled up, and it's covered in dried blood.
What the hell?
Make an intelligence check.
Nope. Nope.
You're not sure where this could have come from.
Fried my brain.
Yeah, you don't know, but you are dazed though.
Mm-hmm.
You got this it's all crumpled up, this cross, and it's weird. So the other two are kind of looking at you. So what are the other two doing? Because you see that clearly Reg is he's a little bit out of it at the moment.
Yeah.
Well,
At
I
least
think
he's
that one
not
was wrong.
dead. That must have been wrong. Okay, so the city is not third.
You think?
My apologies, Sinclair. Let's see. Okay. So it could be.
And he tried to put in city, so you already moved it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He tried to put in this token right here.
It could be.
That is now laying on the ground smoldering.
Yeah.
Could be this orientation. It could be move these up.
We haven't rested, have we? It's still the same first day as we got here.
You didn't you guys take a rest?
We did, because you
I
guys
think
we took a rest because you guys had to get your spells back.
So we did rest to get spells back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
well, you rested to get some spells back. You did I know Aepheus expended some spells in the prior combat.
Mhm.
So if you
Right.
got spells back, they should be marked that they're back if you use
I
spells
did
in the
mark
prior
them.
combat. But I think you guys rested like a while back. Like I think you rested in the
We rested in the shadow room, I believe, because it was mostly secure.
The mirror,
Right.
right. Yes, we did. That's it.
right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I guess. Okay, so this orientation hinges on what we define as coldest. Now, if we specifically know about it being an icy hand in the river, I don't know. Hold on, let me go back. Where's my notes at? Frozen hand in an icy river. Because I feel like, why are we given such a description as a frozen hand in an icy river instead of just like a river? If it's not meant to portray the concept of the coldest to fit the riddle.
Well, you're not really sure, actually. You have no idea if this is an icy river or not. You just
It's,
assume that.
it's just a river with a
Is
hand.
it just a river with a hand in it?
Well, you're not sure. You see,
But
there's.
what's on the hand?
It looks like the hand might be cracked, which is maybe why the iciness. But yeah, the hand, as far as you can tell, it just looks like a hand in like a flow, essentially.
Okay. Then perhaps it is not the coldest, and rather it is coldest after civilization falls, implies that we take these two out, we shift these up, and we put them at the bottom here.
Yes.
And a blizzard precedes the ultimate fall.
Yeah.
It is coldest after civilization falls. Then maybe that is right.
My only thing is maybe swap the city and the river.
City and the river.
Yeah, to move these two from
However, I
swamp to
would
lava.
remind you that you have from swamp to lava to river.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily to say that they're back to back to back. That could just mean swamp is somewhere before lava is somewhere in the middle,
Yeah.
and then. But given the nature of things,
Maybe not.
maybe not.
Okay.
Well, one of
Yeah.
you other gents put that third one in. Oh my.
I don't mind giving 3 a shot.
All right, are you ready to go ahead and try and put the skull in the swamp in the third spot?
Yes, I will give it a shot.
Okay. So you grab the skull in the swamp, you place it in the third spot. There's a satisfying click, and you are not thrown across the room.
Woo!
Happily.
All right, then I'll feel pretty confident in grabbing the lava and the river next, and like doing those two in succession.
Okay. All right. You click in the lava and you click in the river, And when you do so, nothing happens other than a satisfying click and
Reg is still hearing that satisfying click, by the way. In his
I bet he is.
it's over the other side of the room.
All
All right.
right. Down to the wire here. Let me see if I've got this correct. I'll pick up the city token that was dropped on the floor, the disc, and I'll
Okay.
try to insert it into slot. What are we at? 6?
Okay. You attempt to put the city token into slot 6. Aepheus goes to click it in, and as he does so, there is a spark. Go ahead and make a saving throw versus death. And
Saving throw versus death. I don't know if that. I think you're going to be have to
it's
Castles and Crusadeify that
yeah.
request.
If you scroll down underneath your
death attack.
attributes at
Mhm.
death attack, yes.
Okay.
Attack.
All
I can't
right.
remember if it's supposed to be under or over.
It's supposed to be over.
Over.
Aepheus flies back. You receive 3 damage, and you are knocked unconscious.
Ooh.
The thing flies from his hand, clatters against the ground. He's thrown all the way back to the door and is now on the ground just kind of smoking.
Same thing. I'll run to him and attend.
Where in Sam Hell is my hit points?
Armor.
Yes.
It's
Armor.
the second
Yep.
red bar on the left.
Ah. You say 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah, he's smoking. He looks pretty rough. Do you have are you gonna like do anything, Brunyr?
Yes. Does he look pretty damaged?
Yeah, he
From that-
looks pretty rough. He's like
You can
kind
say
of
I'm at 25% of my health.
yeah, he's kind of pale and shaking.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess I will start. I'll start with.
He don't
Okay.
look so good.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pat him down. Don't worry, it'll be all right, and I'll lay on hands, which
Okay.
should be just flat 2 HP.
Okay. So you get 2 HP back, but he looks a little bit better. He calms down, but he doesn't wake up.
I'll slap him a few times.
You're like kind of slapping him around, and he just seems to be like dead weight on the floor now.
But like I can tell he's alive. He's not.
He's alive. He just seems to be in some kind of a deep passed out state. He took a really hard bash against this wall or against this back door that you came through.
He's having a cardiac event or something like that.
Yeah.
It's shock.
Well, Reggie, I don't have a wake unconscious. I think we might just
Wait a
have to wait on him.
Don't you all have one of them sipping drinks that give you back that give you back your one of them constitutionals?
Yeah,
That's
I
exactly what he would call it, as a
Yeah.
constitutional.
think Aepheus has him. I think he was the one that found them last time.
Do you go through his stuff?
We're just gonna
I'm just making sure
we're
I
gonna
don't
leave
have him.
Aepheus here. We're just gonna ransack his body and leave.
Well,
Yes.
are you gonna? I'm asking. Is Reg gonna look to see if he's
Yeah.
got one of those potions?
I'm gonna see if he's got one of those constitutionals.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Cameron, do you have half a potion on your person? I think that you took half, but I
I
can't remember if you
have-
took the other half.
I have Not just a half. One whole healing potion.
Yeah, that's the one you just found in the alcove.
Right. But do you have the half one as well or not?
No, I believe that
Maybe
one
you.
got
may-
drunken.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Reggie
Or-
went down. Yeah, Reggie went
Right.
down, and you gave him the last half.
Right. So you do find that he does have one of those little constitutional drinks in his.
So I'm gonna tip it to his mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna give him about a half of that.
All
Actually,
right.
no, I'm gonna give him a third of that and see if a third does.
You give him a
Micro-potion.
third. You're trying to do it, and you're not sure. He's kind of maybe seems to be stirring, but not exactly.
Okay, the rest of the half then. Yeah, just give
All
him the
right.
half.
You give him half, and he does start to wake up. Aepheus is incredibly dazed at the moment, and he gets another hit point back, but he's way dazed, and any checks that he's going to make are going to be at a penalty at the moment.
So the other thing that Reg does after he cops the thing, Reg, this is his first time using magic.
Copping a feel. Oh my goodness.
No, he tops the.
Well,
tops
Aephi is
the
it
thing.
out of it.
He reaches in, he grabs a pinch, because he's still got a little bit, even though he shared it. He grabs a pinch of tobacco. What in the Civil War? What? Something ails you. A pinch of tobacco help you out. So he's just gonna take. He's gonna open his mouth. He's gonna stick a pinch of tobacco in his mouth. Just chew this. You'll be all right.
Are you going to tell him not to swallow?
You should know. Well, I gave them tobacco before, and I told
Oh,
them not
that's
to
right.
swallow that.
That's right.
So they should.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
All right.
I'll be
Well,
right back.
So, real quick, this is the orientation that I tried, right? Where it was city, snow, mountain, and then
well, you didn't really you suggested it. You were only able to try the city, but the city clearly sent you flying. So you don't really know the others,
Yeah.
but
So
That city coin is an asshole. It's gotten 2 of us so far.
right.
Yeah, I was the one who moved the mountain next.
right.
Blizzard
Okay.
last, since it's before the ultimate fall. Unless
You think the ultimate fall is the snake at the end?
assuming these are levels and each one is a level down, that would be a fall down a level. Or you could see that city as the fall. So it would have to be snow before the city.
Hold on, wait a minute. If you're on top of a mountain and you slip, wouldn't you fall?
Okay. We just know it's
Buster.
not the city, so it's a 50-50 between mountain and cold, which
Okay.
mountain.
Yeah, no, after looking at it again, I think you're right.
Cousin Bubba was on top of a mountain. He slipped and he fell.
Well, you just stay right there, Aepheus. I'll try this one.
Aepheus isn't doing that again. Time to get your shock.
I'll grab the mountain looking one and I'll go ahead and try it.
Okay. So Aepheus still on the ground. Brunyr leaves him, picks up the mountain, puts the mountain in the next spot. The mountain clicks into the next spot, and Brunyr does not fly across the room. He is good to go.
I'm feeling pretty confident from here. I'll just pick up the 3 we have left. Go City, Blizzard, and then Sneak.
Okay. You click in the city.
You belong to the city.
Finally, the city clicks in. It doesn't send you flying across the room. Snowflakes over the mountain. A pretty scene, really. You click it in, it clicks in. And of course, you're pretty sure the final, you take the serpent, you click it into the final piece, and of course, with a click, you hear a latch open. It sounds like the door has unlocked.
Oh,
That wasn't so bad,
I
was
have
it?
a headache. Did you get it? Did we manage?
And I'll just
Did
slowly
you
push
get
open the
it?
door and be like, "Yep, it's coming open."
Oh, thank God.
All right. You see that the door
Yeah, don't
has
forget you've got tobacco in your mouth now.
yeah.
It's
Yes, the door indeed has come open, and Brunyr, you walk over to the door, and you're just gonna open it the rest of the way up.
Yes.
You open the door the rest of the way up, and you see that it appears there is one final hallway, roughly hewn, and it ends in a door. And if you're right, you think you might have to check the map, but you think, according to the map, this might be the last room.
Well, might as well search.
the hallway.
Aepheus searches the hallway, and as the others kind of slowly walk and search as well. And Aepheus is crushed when he finds a little message scrawled
Hmm.
on near the floor at in the hallway, almost all the way to the door. And it says, "The city falls underneath the mountain."
Gee, thanks.
See, that's an asshole move right there.
That is an asshole move.
Well, I mean, when you're dealing with devils
Hmm.
or devilish beings, then devilish things tend to happen. So like you're still kind of dazed as you're reading it. You're like, what? But you don't find anything else in this hallway, and all that is left is the door.
Mm, crap.
Hmm?
Traps. Checking for traps.
Ah, yes. Reg checks for traps, and he doesn't find any.
Well, gentlemen, shall we?
I
We
suppose so.
shall.
Yes. I'll go ahead and go in first then.
Okay. So Brunyr goes over to the door, opens the door. It's not locked. It does open, and you do see you see before you a another small room, 10 by 10, just like the last one. Inside, there are 3 chairs. And the 3 chairs literally just face the wall ahead of you.
3 chairs with 3 bears. Each
3
with-
chairs.
Each with porridge in front of them.
Mm-hmm. One's real big. One's like about medium size. One's like real small. No, they're all the same size, and they're literally just in the center of the room. They look like the same chairs that Niflin made disappear when
Yeah.
he disappeared.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I'm gonna be very careful sitting on these things.
They look like the exact same chairs. Yeah. And they are just facing a blank wall. And there's nothing else in this room.
Are they facing away from us?
Nothing
Yeah,
else
yeah,
in
'cause
this
they're-
room, you say.
Because basically you'd have to go around them to sit down and face. Yeah, like if you walked forward right now, you would hit the back of the chair.
So if I
All
walk
right.
into the room, are the chairs attached to the floor?
No, they kind of seem like just dining chairs or like the office chairs, basically, like kind of padded, kind of cushy office chairs. Wood and like a little bit of nice padding. Is Aepheus searching the whole room, or is he just specifically searching chairs? What are you doing?
I was searching everything: the room, the chairs, the wall the chairs are facing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hold
you're
on.
kind of looking around, doing the whole thing. Reg kind of comes in, looks at the chairs. What is Brunyr doing?
I'm going to specifically focus on those chairs.
Right.
I'm going to focus on the opposite wall, but I'm also going to search.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
Damn, look at these scores here.
You
Nothing is overturned in this room.
right. Everybody's looking around. The
Like, I'm
Aepheus so
looking
far.
under the chair. I'm
Right,
lifting
right.
the chair off the
Are you gonna
floor.
lift it up and stuff? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm looking everywhere.
Okay.
I'm even gonna see if the felt comes off of the chair.
Okay. Because you guys are so thorough, I mean, you're like, there's no door in here. Like, this is, and according to the map, if you look, kind of reference the map, this is the final room as far as you can tell. There's nothing else on the map. So, you're looking around, you're trying to find anything that you can find. Reg is like lifting up the chairs. He's, really just looking underneath of them and stuff. Aepheus is checking the entire room. Brunyr is searching that wall. I mean, he's really looking at that wall. And right in the center of the wall, where you would expect a door to be, where there was a door in the last room, there's seems to be almost, when you look at it closely, almost like a shadow of a door. It's bizarre. How is that happening? There's like, it's almost like something is casting a shadow of, like, faintly, of a door onto the wall.
I'll try to point it out to Aepheus and Reggie. Guys, I think there was a door, or there's a door shadow here. I don't quite
Oh.
understand.
astute observation. What happens when you touch it, or
The wall doesn't feel, it's still stone. It doesn't feel any differently where this little shadow kind of falls over it. You kind of put your hand, you're trying to see, but it's just, and it's so vague, and it doesn't change when you stand in front of it or you change the light. You can only see it when you really like are staring at the door. Does Reg, or the door shadow, does Reg go over to abandon his chair searching
No,
to
no,
go over and look at the wall?
no. But what I do do,
Do.
Do.
what I do is the floor where the chairs are, underneath, right where the chairs are, all three of the chairs. I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay.
Ah, you bitch.
Are you
Ah,
moving
but-
you're like, you picked up the
I'm-
chairs, you're kind of
I'm-
moving them around
Mhm.
and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
As you're like kind of moving the chairs around and they're looking at the wall, you're startled when all three of you hear a voice, somewhat familiar, like the one you heard when you were first awakened here. And it says simply, "Take a seat."
Because they don't move those fucking chairs.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen,
I don't think we have much. Well, I don't think we have much of a choice. I think we just gotta go with it. Unless you think they're trapped.
I can't find anything. They just seem like normal chairs.
the
You
real
can't find
question,
anything.
the real question. 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, I want the middle. I'll go ahead and walk up and sit down in the middle then.
Okay. You
Reginald?
walk and sit in the middle.
Left.
You take
My
left.
left or your left?
left of Brunyr.
Left facing the wall. So you take the right.
I suppose this is the right chair then.
All
I'll
right.
take a seat.
Okay. So the three of you sit down in your chairs, and you hear the voice. You have succeeded in the challenge, but your challenge is not over. You are needed. The three of you share an ancient lineage. It is your fate to save hell.
I was about to say, in every generation, a slayer is born.
It's the titular line.
Dun dun
Dun
dun!
dun dun.
Planescape save hell. AI music here.
Right. Exactly.
Does that mean we're brothers?
In a sense.
Ancient lineage.
You three must unravel the mystery to save the realm, the plane of Betor. Something is happening. Something is digging in to the root of the plane, changing it from within. It's up to you, the three of you, to fulfill an ancient destiny.
But wait a minute. Why would anybody in their right mind want to save hell?
I agree with
Because
Reginald here.
because you well should know, Aepheus Belamonti. The balance of the planes must be kept. If, for some reason, hell should become unstable, one of the most stable of planes, the entire multiverse could be unmade.
Is that so? Now, pray tell, what is this lineage, and who are you?
My name is not important, and your lineage is for you to find. Follow the clues. Look to hell. Look to your pasts. And look to each other. And then, in an instant, the chairs disappear. You all kind of start to fall. You could make a dexterity check to catch yourself.
Oh yeah.
I saw this
And
coming.
a door appears in front of you.
That,
Oh, yeah.
here's
So,
Two.
Oh wait.
Brunyr, he thinks quick. He hops to his feet, all smiling. The other two almost, but boom, kind of fall to the floor, unhurt, but you only dropped a couple of feet. Ah, that guy is just a jerk. But now there is a door in front of you.
You realize
well,
that Aepheus is never ever going to sit in a chair ever again.
get a standing desk like Garrett.
Yep. Well, fellas, I still don't see a way out other than forward.
Truly a strange proposition. Now, if what is said is to be true by our mysterious, I don't even know if calling him a benefactor is the right term in this situation. Thanks a lot, unknown narrator DM. But I truly believe that my fate is my own, and if our fates are intertwined together, then it is of my conscious decision, and you two seem like quite all right fellows, so if
You're okay, but you're an asshole.
our paths are intertwined going forward, leaving here, then I wish us the best.
Do you think we'll get home if we actually do this?
I suppose it beats staying here in these goddamned disappearing chairs.
I agree. Moving forward is at least better than being here.
No, I think we should just go back all the way through. Find
That
Phineas.
very first room.
Find
Yep.
Phineas or whatever the hell his name is. Phineas and Ferb, and
Phineas and Niflin.
Niflin.
You realize also, Aepheus, before you leave, you realize that you still have the phoenix feather.
I do, yes, I've been thinking about that.
You still, in fact, have the phoenix feather.
Does that
All of you
revive you?
also have something. Brunyr,
like a bruise on the ass, and
Well, you've got
Yeah,
you've
that.
got plenty of bumps and bruises and all kinds of things, but as you sit here at this final door
PTSD from
thinking,
being electrocuted.
Brunyr realizes that he's got a ring. You really haven't thought about it until just now, but it almost seems like the ring precipitated this whole thing. Reg kind of has an idea of where that cross might have came from now. Somehow, he thinks, with the dried blood and the rip, and since it's broken chain, he thinks that cross might have came from Davis. And, of course, Aepheus has the God's Eye, a crystal ball that he acquired from his master's chambers. It was stuffed in a crazy painting. Unusual. And now you're told that there is some sort of lineage shared between the three of you? How could it be? Well, the door stands in front of you. And of course, you don't know what's beyond it.
I'm walking through the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right behind him.
You get up without checking. You feel confident. You open the door. When Aepheus opens the door, it's foggy. There's a gray mist. You walk into it.
But of course,
Aepheus walks into the gray mist and somewhat disappears. You follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Reg
Yes.
walks into the mist behind Aepheus. And finally, Brunyr walks into the mist. Do you pull the door closed behind you?
Sure.
Polite as always, Brunyr pulls the door closed. And the three of you, you can kind of vaguely see each other walk in the mist.
Oh, should I
Just
Roll
vibe?
what?
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah. Go
yeah.
ahead. Yes, go ahead and roll that vibe.
One vibe coming up. Ooh,
Oh,
Oh
damn.
my goodness.
which I
So
think
we
that's
have
the
a
first
vibe.
one
That's a high one.
over. Like all the past ones have been the hundreds, 240, 206.
Right, right.
Our session one didn't have a vibe. Yeah, so that's our first outlier, really.
Woo. All right. Well then, are you guys ready?
That vibe is as high as
oh
DM
yeah.
Steve.
Yeah, right, right. Okay. So, when last we left off, our three heroes had just finished a valiant battle against serpentine creatures that were smoke coming from this vase. You destroyed the creature, and then Reg smashed the vase. The combat ended, and now the three of you stand in this room before the smashed vase.
So Reg is going to because he's right there, he's gonna get down and he's gonna start looking through the remnants of the vase to see what he can find. To see if
Hang
there's
on,
anything in
guys.
there.
Hang on for a sec.
Oh,
Garrett, we might need to do that again.
Because I coughed right there at the
You
end.
not only did you cough, but then like after you coughed, some noise caught your
Yeah, this me muting my
thing,
mic. Yeah.
and then like you coughed, and then there was just like this noise over everything Dan said. Also, Dan kind of just looked at me for like he like paused for a really long time before responding.
My brain just kind of
Just kind of froze.
I kind of lost for a second. It was just like,
Okay.
all right.
So, when last we left our three heroes, they had just completed a combat against a serpentine aerial creature that turned into smoke. God damn it.
What's wrong?
I really want the camera just to lean in and just crunch super hard on some crackers.
Garrett's laughing. Mm.
Chatting. Either you leave this in or it gets made into a bloopers. That
Yeah,
we
I
publish.
think trust me, I'm keeping all the bloopers too.
Actually, why don't we just take the first one that you did?
No,
and
I'm
then
just gonna read it. It's quick.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right.
For real
Jesus
this time.
away. For real this time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When last we left our three heroes, they had just completed a combat by. When last we left our three heroes, they had first. God damn it!
You got it.
Mm.
This is what I went
When
through.
last we left our three heroes,
Now I'm like.
searching a broken vase to find some discs. Get the fuck out of this dungeon.
we really do need to tack this onto the end of
For
like,
sure. Okay. When last we left our three heroes, they had just completed a combat.
Bound by fate, three souls unite in the depths of hell to make you